Hey, 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 beautiful people out in the universe, beautiful human beings out in the universe. This is Michelle here. I just wanted to come through. It is a Saturday on the 14th of January, which, the cell phone data will, prove when I've uploaded these things. Whereas I don't really need to say the date. But, that's just a habit I picked up, uh, you know, a while ago. Anyway, I just want to come through and say good morning. We have a nice, crisp morning starting so far in my region of the world, in my region of the universe, which is on the east coast of the planet. And I just want to make some things clear about my intention. Because it doesn't matter how much information you put out to people, whether you tell them it's for fun, whether you tell them it's for entertainment purposes only, whether you tell them every disclaimer in the book about how to interpret what I'm saying, what others have said, or what others are saying. There's always room for manipulation. There's always room for misunderstandings, and there's always room for confusion and chaos. And in my opinion, that all is sometimes done intentionally. Some people just really, really, really have a fascination with creating chaos and confusion, divisiveness, misunderstandings. I mean, and they really, really enjoy doing that. When I was on Facebook, like I said, when I was on Facebook, it seems like years ago, but I ain't gonna say exactly when. But people that were listening to me know when all this all happened. I was sharing a lot of stuff about myself, because I have nothing to hide. Like I said, as a human being, we ought to be transparent human beings. Okay, there ought to be no mystery to me as a human being. Okay, we are all equal. Okay, we have the same qualities as any other human being on other universes is okay, because that does exist. And I know a lot of people get all worked up about that and turn it into some supernatural UFO confusion and odyssey, and turn things in or science fiction, I think is what I was looking for, the word science fiction. But we always turn it into some type of odyssey of attempting to make the person sharing that information so they feel like they're so important, and that they are so gifted and so knowledgeable. And that's just not true at all. We're all equal people with the same kind of capabilities as anyone else. Okay, no one on this planet is above someone, and no one on this planet is below someone. We're all equal people. So the fact that we keep trying to divide ourselves is that's insanity in itself. And this, and you have to keep in mind as well how our children and our descendants are paying attention to all of this stuff we're doing, and feel so crazy. Because I remember as a young girl, I was awkward before that was trending. Okay, I'm in my 50s, 58 to be more specific. And I was awkward. You know what I mean? I grew so quickly. At one time, all of us, because I come from a big family, we were all around the same height, the same size and height. For some reason, I just grew 2 inches in a year. And that's when I started having issues with my back and this and that and the other. Um, so I became kind of, I mean, if you look at pictures of me and my siblings, you was like, well, who is that woman there? Because I really, I mean, it's like I shot up overnight, my height. Poop, I'm up. Shot up, I got, tall quickly. And then it continued. And then now it leveled out to I'm about 5'8". But I'm just saying, imagine being in a home where all of us are at 5'2". I'm sorry, maybe let's say 5 feet to make it interesting. All the siblings, we were 5 feet. And then the next morning we get out of bed and Michelle's 5'6". You know what I mean? And on the pictures, we were like, what the hell? But anyway, so as a young girl, I paid attention to a lot of things because that's my strong my strong um oh God, modality. I think they call them modalities, but my strength is in my what I see. Okay, that's where my strength is. In other words, I'm picking up a lot of stuff, sensory stuff via vision. I'm looking around, making, and so when I was a young girl, I used to have dreams where I would wake up out of my dream and I'm just in pure terror, scared to death and paralyzed, and I couldn't like scream out to my parents who were over in another room that I'm scared. I used to wake up and I was terrified. Now, keep in mind, I'm talking about a little girl. Okay, just imagine, please, everybody, put yourselves in your kids' shoes and think about this. You know, because I think if we all sat down and we're honest with ourselves, we would say, uh, sometimes things are just terrifying to us as adults. Now, imagine what our descendants are experiencing. Okay, so I can remember as a young girl, uh, waking up, because I used to dream so vividly. I was dreaming vivid dreams. And let me make a disclaimer on that, please. Okay, that means absolutely motherfucking nothing. Okay, so I don't want nobody attempting to reach out to me, attempting to manipulate me and fuck with me because you think I know something. Okay, all because I say I'm a visionary, that I have some information. No, I do not. Okay, and I do not, and so that's the mistake I made on Facebook by sharing that. And so people got this misunderstanding and attempted to manipulate me. Okay, started manipulating, my whatever. I'm not gonna go into it. Okay, and the people involved know who you were. You thought you can get information out of me because I said I was a visionary. Just being instead of talking to me more and asking me more questions. It's always, when people think you know something, there's always a nefarious attempt to elicit that information out of that person instead of paying attention and understanding what the narrative is, instead of creating false narratives, which we love to do as well, and take people's ideas and spin them into something that was not even originally, that it wasn't even the original concept. All I'm doing is sharing. Okay, and so I'm going to do everything in my power I do everything in my power to protect myself from this online stuff. Because like I said, this online stuff is out of control. I'm saying, when I say online stuff, this technology. Okay, you don't know who you're talking to unless that person is in your face, and even that's, in the future. Just think about stuff that could happen in the future. I know people were talking about clones and talking about androids and talking about artificial intelligence. Those are, in my opinion, realistic, futuristic possibilities. And a lot of people may be experiencing that or experimenting with that now. I don't know. I just know that it's so easy to do that via technology now. That's the most easiest. You remember back in the day when we used to have these roller telephones where you can just, roller, what do they call them? Roller redial. You dial the number with your finger. That's what I grew up. And then, you would talk on the phone and then it changed. Everything started changing and advancing. And this was I'm in my 50s. This is 50 years ago. How quickly technology is changing. Okay, and what we're talking about, DNA and forensics and we think we can handle all of this information. That's where the mistakes are made. We as an individual, we see it as entertainment purposes only. I do. I see it as entertainment purposes only. But no, no. There's someone always scouring these social media platforms looking for information and trying to elicit information out of people. And sometimes it's for nefarious reasons, so that they can steal something from them or take something from them, because I'm an ordinary human being, and I make that very clear. I don't have a large platform of people by choice. Okay. It's not like I'm, because like I said, we all have talents, we all have abilities, but I want to control the narrative as best I can. I know sometimes it's a losing battle. Okay. I learned that the hard way on Facebook, the hard way. It can be a losing battle where if somebody wants to go in the back door on your shit, on your technology, they're going to go in the back door and take out whatever information they want from you. That's what happens. That is what happened. And so I do everything in my power to make myself transparent. Okay. Michelle knows nothing. Michelle has nothing. Michelle just puts out theories and opinions, which mean not a goddamn thing. Theories and opinions mean absolutely nothing. Okay. Theories and opinions can be used for discussion, but they ought to be friendly discussions, not nefarious purposes or how you can spam people or take something from somebody or harm people, threaten people. Okay. I'm going to do everything in my power not to allow that to happen to me, even though I don't feel threatened. But I know that I know that people were attempting to manipulate me. That's just what happens, because even though we say we want people to be realness, to be honest, to be genuine, authentic, we still, we still devalue that. Okay. And we can be so easily manipulated though by these other people, these so-called experts and scientists and, self-proclaimed experts, self-proclaimed scientists and these knowledgeable, educated people. And it's being revealed because, that's one thing about social media. I can say you can sometimes weed out quickly who these narcissistic, sociopath, nefarious characters are. You can discover a lot more and how to kind of weed those people out. It's hard because there's like billions and billions and billions of us on this planet. And, somebody that's a narcissistic, sociopath, psychopath, they pick up on just small, minute traits of somebody's personality. They're very good at that. That's because, they're in that way. And, in that dangerous, nefarious way. They know how to pick up on little points or something of your personality. They know how to pick that up. And so we just have to, as a society, know how to pick it up too in favor of saving ourselves from, this type of behavior and saving others, because if I can help somebody, I will, I will. I've been manipulated a lot, and I've manipulated. All right, let's make that goddamn clear as well. I've lied to people. I've exaggerated my qualities and abilities like everybody else, proclaiming to be more than I am, just so I can, go out with somebody, or so that somebody can like me or that somebody can pay attention to me. We've all done it. We're all doing it, and we will continue to do it. All right. But it's becoming to a level of so much is at stake when we are not keeping those kind of personalities in check. We're so worried about who people are sleeping with. We're so worried about what consenting adults are doing in their bedrooms. Okay. And not paying attention to, these subtleties that these sociopaths, psychopaths, narcissistic people have. They have subtleties that if you are paying attention, you can sometimes pick it up. But you're not going to pick it up on social media's platforms. You will not. You will be manipulated every time. That's why you have to meet these people face to face. But you have to make sure that you understand the risk of these type of involvement with people. Because you have to pay attention to every aspect of this person. You're not going to be able to do it on phones. I don't care what type of video technology you have. You're not going to be able to do it on your laptop, on your desktop. Okay, those people have to be in your presence. And you have to take your time and make sure you're using all your senses to discern who you're talking to, honestly, before you make decisions. So anyway, I don't know what, sometimes I just come on here and I just start flowing. I just let stuff just come out of me, and then how it sounds is how it sounds. I record once, usually. And that's it. I'm going to say what I need to say. Hope that it reaches the right people. Hopefully, you feel me. Hopefully you see me. Hopefully you hear me. You sense what I'm saying to you. Okay? You perceive what you're hearing, seeing, feeling. And you discern it properly. You don't take it and run to the, to the quickest place where you can attempt to manipulate that situation or that information or that person. Okay, Michelle is going to defend Michelle at all costs. But I have to be realistic, though, about attempting to defend myself on social media. It is a losing battle. So that's why I say don't argue with people. Don't allow people to get you to be responding and reacting and triggering you and getting you all worked up. Don't allow it to happen. Don't allow it. It means nothing anyway at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, hopefully you have people that love you around you and that can be honest with you about the reality they see within you, because those are the kind of people you need around you. They're going to be honest with you and say, look, Michelle, I don't know, you're acting kind of weird. And they're saying that because they're in your presence. They're not worried about what you're talking about on social media, which that, you ought to pay attention to that as well if you have young children on social media. But make sure you have your facts in order. Facts, not assumptions, beliefs, theories, and opinions. Okay, because it's a lot more deeper than that. And also, like I said, keep in mind, we're just human beings. We're human beings. There's nothing special about any one of us. We all have something to contribute. Okay, it is not about human beings. It's about the universe. It's about the climate. It's about the planet. Okay, so I hope that's something to to wake you up in the mornings and get you going and get you thinking without rumination, contemplation without worrying, and certainty versus uncertainty. That's a fact of life as well, like positive and negative, cause and effect, the boomerang, that reaping what you have sown. Those are, the phenomena that are shaping the planet that require our attention. Not so much about us individually, and what we say. Not so much about my individualness. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna have my breakfast, start my day, go outside, enjoy the moment, and I hope you do as well. And I want to send peace and love to everybody all over the universe, including Mars, including the moon. Come on now, and be safe and love each other. Be gentle with each other. Just be gentle. Be patient. Be understanding. Be reasonable. Okay? Don't argue with people. You need to be around for your children. You need to be around for the planet, the universe. And we don't need to lose people unnecessarily to irrelevant bullshit and irrelevant garbage. And we also need to make sure we're taking care of our psyche, our mental health, and not being so hard on yourselves if you feel crazy sometimes, because this is crazy, right? What we're dealing with, especially via technology, is crazy, because we're dealing with, it's like I said, we have it's like having a bomb in your hand and you don't know necessarily how to operate it. So that can be good or bad. You may need to set that bomb down or take that bomb away and reevaluate why you need it, and then make a decision. All right, take care, be safe.